Hi students, welcome back to our science class. Today we will start a new lesson. We are going to start a new lesson and the name of the lesson is circulatory system. What do you mean by circulatory system? Have you heard the word circulation before? What do you mean by circulation? Circulation means to transport. To transport things from one place to another. Another name for this transportation is circulation. So what is circulatory system? What will be the meaning of the term circulatory system? It is the transporting system. It is a transporting system. And what is getting transported within our body? Why do we eat food? We eat food to get energy, right? We want energy for all body activities and this energy is provided to human body by the food we take in. The food we take in gets digested in the intestine and this digested food is in the form of energy and this energy has to reach every part of the body for performing all bodily activities. So this energy has to be transported to different parts of the body. Then we also need oxygen. What do we take in? We take in the air for breathing and the air we take in is rich in oxygen. And this oxygen is an important thing that is needed for digestion. Also for the proper functioning of the brain also we want oxygen and this oxygen is to be transported to the brain for the proper functioning. And for all other cellular activities also we want oxygen. So all these things has to reach the different parts of the body for the proper functioning of the body. So this is the function of the circulatory system to carry the digested food, then oxygen and water needed by the body to different parts of the body. So that is the function of the circulatory system. And the circulatory system consists of three main parts. Do you know which are they? They are blood vessels and the heart. These are the three main parts of the circulatory system. The human circulatory system consists of blood vessels and the heart. Today we will study about the blood. We will study about the different functions of blood. So, I'm writing the heading blood. B-L-O-O-D. What is the color of blood? We all have the same blood, right? It is red in color. And blood is a red color fluid. It is in the fluid form, right? So, blood is a red color fluid that can be seen throughout our body. Even if we get a cut on the tip of our fingers, at the tip of the toes or whether it is in the wrist, wherever it is, if we happen to get an injury or we get a cut or wound, we can see that the blood will be coming out. That means that blood is there throughout our body and this blood performs the function of carrying the digested food, then water and oxygen to different parts of the body. So what is blood? Blood is a red colored fluid. It is a red colored fluid which flows through the blood vessels. Now we will study about the different components of blood. What do you mean by components? Components means the different things that are included in the blood or that are contained in the blood. The blood consists of a fluid part called a plasma. The fluid part, that is plasma. See, this is the fluid part of the blood. The fluid part of the blood is called a plasma and there are three blood cells. There are three blood cells. Which are they? They are RBC, then WBC and platelets. So these are the three types of cells that are found in the blood. They are RBC, that is red blood cells, then WBC, that is white blood cell, and platelets. So what is blood? Blood is a red colored pigment or red colored fluid which is found inside the blood vessels. It contains RBC, WBC and platelets which is floating in a fluid medium called plasma. So the fluid part of the blood is called a plasma and in the plasma there are three types of blood cells that are floating and they are RBC, WBC and platelets. Now, we will study about the RBC in detail. We will study about red blood cells. Red blood cell. What is red blood cell? It is RBC. Another name for red blood cell or the short form is RBC. Why is it red in color? Have you ever wondered why the blood is red in color? This is because the red blood cell contains a pigment called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. So it is a red pigment. It is a red colored pigment. And this red colored pigment is actually giving that color to the RBC. RBCs are disc shaped. The shape of RBC is disc shape. So RBC is a disc shaped cells. They are disc shaped or circular cells and they are red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. This red pigment called hemoglobin gives that color to the RBC, and it is a function of this hemoglobin to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. This hemoglobin carries oxygen to different parts of the body and also the carbon dioxide that is formed. The carbon dioxide that is formed as a result of respiration was taken to the lungs by this hemoglobin. So that is a function of RBC. RBC contains a red pigment called hemoglobin which helps to transport oxygen to different parts of the body and to take carbon dioxide back from different parts of the body to the lungs. Now, the next one is white blood cells. White blood cells. That is WBC. Then white blood cells, I told you that red blood cells are disc shaped. But this WBC, they have no regular shape. They does not have any proper shape. They are irregular in the shape. And as the name indicates, they are white in color. Why they are white in color? Because they does not contain hemoglobin. If it contained hemoglobin, it would have been red in color, right? The hemoglobin is the pigment that gives color to the red blood cells. So the white blood cells, they do not contain hemoglobin, and the main function of white blood cell is to provide immunity. What do you mean by immunity? Immunity is the ability of a body to fight against germs. We know that when the germs enter our body, we may get infected with several diseases. So it is a function of the WBC to protect us from diseases. That is the main function of WBC. Next, platelets. Platelets are round in shape. They are round in shape and very tiny. They are very tiny and they are also round in shape but colorless. They does not have any color. Then what will happen if we don't have platelets? Have you seen when we have a cut or wound, after some time we can see that a clot will be formed. A dark colored substance or clot will be formed, and this formation of clot is because of the presence of platelets. If these platelets are very low in number, that person will not have the capacity of blood clotting. That person, in that particular person, if the number of platelets or the count of platelets is very low, the clotting of the blood will not take place. So, the function of platelets is clotting of blood. Clotting of blood. So, these are the functions of the three types of cells that are present in our blood. First one is RBC, that is red blood cell. It is rich in hemoglobin and its function is to carry oxygen to different parts of the body. Then WBC, white blood cell. They are irregular in shape and they are colorless because they do not contain hemoglobin. And the function is to provide immunity. Immunity means the power to fight against diseases. WBC fight against the germs that enter our body and help us to fight against diseases. Then platelets. The function of the platelets is it helps in the clotting of blood. So these are the three types of cells that are present in the blood. Now we will discuss about the functions of blood. Functions of blood. Functions of blood. So we already discussed about the functions of the 3 different cells that are present in the blood. So that already comes under the function of blood itself, right? So what is the function of RBC? That will be the first function of the blood, carries oxygen. Carries oxygen. Then second function, carries carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Third function, carries digested food. It carries digested food. Fourth one, fight against diseases. So these are the most important functions of blood. It carries oxygen to different parts of the body. It carries carbon dioxide from the different parts of the body to the lungs. It helps in carrying the digested food to different parts of the body, and it also helps us to fight against diseases. So this is about the blood. So we will summarize the lesson, summarize the topic once more. So what is blood? Blood is a red colored fluid. It is a fluid. The fluid part is called plasma, and the plasma is the floating medium for the 3 types of blood cells. Which are the 3 types of blood cells? They are RBC, WBC and platelets. And about the functions, it carries oxygen to different parts of the body. It carries carbon dioxide from different parts of the body back to the lungs. It helps in the carriage of digested food and also helps to fight against diseases. So this is about the different components of blood and about the functions of blood. Next we will study about the blood vessels, that we will continue in the next class. So for the time being, please you read the textbook up to this much. Please go through the topic very well. Okay, I hope everyone has understood the topic. Thank you.